is the ever-changing status of Assassin's Creed Shadows. So we're getting word that the Assassin's Creed Shadow co-op mode is now in development, and that is why we were seeing the delay that is getting pushed into February 14th, 2025. The co op mode will leverage the distinct abilities of the two characters, with Noi focusing on stealth and damn it,
Yasuke.
Yasuke
Yasuke.
on combat, requiring players to strategize together. So, do you think this is a? I want to ask the panel, and we'll start with Ray. Do you think this is a legit excuse, or do you think that they just delayed because Ghost of Yotai blew everyone out of the water, and it is pretty damn good?
Dude, I think there's like maybe about four reasons, and one could be, holy crap, did you see the game that they just showed off? Two, money wise, um, they need to push it back. They can't take another loss, man. They can't take a loss, not another loss, and and then probably pushing it back to probably, yes, work on co-op, but also probably work on some other stuff because they do have other games that are coming, and so I think they kind of pushed it back to work on other games, and those are just my opinion.
All right, and we'll take it
I have
to
a hold on. I have a question for
Yeah,
you, Rudix. Hold on. I
go
know
for
you're
it.
bringing this to the panel and everything, but what do you think? Do you think 3 or 4 months is enough time to shoehorn in a multiplayer element to this game and have it be something that's worthwhile?
Oh, definitely not. I think shoehorning multiplayer into this game, into a game that is not necessarily made for it, is breaking it on all sorts of levels. I can just see the faucet sort of breaking down the pipeline, and bringing two players into this world breaks this, glitching into mountains, glitching into structures. I'm now more worried for this game than ever, hearing that they're bringing co-op into it. Assassin's Creed has not done well with co-op either. The notorious famous one where they did bring Assassin's Creed, I believe it was called Unity. The co-op was received
What
well by anyone who
what about
played it,
Syndicate? What
but
was
Can I
Syndicate? What was
clarify?
what
it
was
did not
Syndicate?
sell well. It did not last long. But yeah, you
Is
want
it
to clarify?
online or is it couch co-op?
Um,
That's a bit of a distinction that I'm curious on.
The
Right.
co-op will leverage the distinct abilities of the two characters, so they'll be able to strategize together on combat. So essentially, it's codenamed the League, and it will be allowing two players to team up and control the game's protagonists. So
Even if they wanted to polish this game, I don't think 3 months is enough to polish or actually change any of the mechanics that they may be looking at changing. I think they're in trouble. I do. And they have to make this work. This is one of their big bread and butters, and this shores up the bottom line. This has to be a success. And maybe it's a great game right now, but has some bugs they want to clear up. All right, maybe they could do that in 3 months. But adding a core element like multiplayer and have it be well thought out and well implemented is almost impossible in that time frame. This is a smokescreen.
Jem, do you think 3 months is enough to add co-op? If
Yeah, when I saw the report, I was like, there's not enough time to add co-op. So, but if they're gonna pull it off, I feel like this was planned way before, and we're just finding it now.
You don't, okay. But in your mind, do you think if they were going to bring the first, like an Assassin's Creed that had a fully co-op story mode, they wouldn't have told us from the beginning on pre-order? Mention that in the description. They, ah,
And well, Ubisoft hasn't really announced the co-op mode. It could just be a rumor. It's like I
oh,
agree
okay.
with you. Like, if you were working on it, you should announce it, advertise it, because it is an interesting mechanic,
Yeah.
and Ubisoft does have a history of adding co-op to their previous Assassin's Creed games. I don't know if it'll be great or not, but I love co-op in general, so if they could pull it off, then good for them. And also, it means double sales. You know, you buy
Well,
the game and you want your friend to play it. That's another sale right there.
I
Yeah,
think that if they
exactly.
were going to have co-op, the game was so close to coming out, we would have heard of co-op by now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Um,
if they're straight up started co-op, like working co-op right now, and their new release date was what, February?
February
Um,
14th.
yeah, like I'm expecting the co-op to be either like 5 missions, or it's gonna be awful. Like there's not enough time at
So
all.
Right.
the
what
original source of
what
the information was Insider Gaming, and they said that Assassin's Creed Shadows currently has a co-op mode in development, which is scheduled to release post-launch. The new co-op game mode, codenamed League, is under development at Ubisoft, but doesn't have a set release date due to the game's recent postponement. So the things that we're talking about, how it might be linked to the co-op, yeah, it is rumor milly. And again, this is an exclusive from Insider Gaming, so Ubisoft haven't gave any confirmation of the co-op mode. It may have been something they intended much later after launch. Who knows? But I just wanted to give some
yeah,
details.
So post
that's what I
launch
was
means
thinking.
after launch, right?
It
Yeah.
does,
Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
so
That's what
that
Insider
I can
Gaming are
believe.
saying.
That I can absolutely believe. If it's after launch, I
Hmm.
can believe that.
I mean, especially with like Assassin's Creed Valhalla having so many updates, like they added like the roguelite mode in Valhalla and like a bunch of other DLCs like for free. So I definitely could see them working on this and releasing it, post launch. Whether or not they were planning on releasing it on launch in November, that might affect whether or not it'll be ready by the release of, back in February, since it's been delayed 3 months.
Well, whatever the reason, I hope that they do add a fully co-op mode. And like Jem alluded to, I hoped it was initially baked in from the beginning, because I do think that would be an interesting combination. And I would have a lot of fun finding someone to play. Damn it! I had it loaded in my head and I can't say his goddamn name.
Yasuke.
Yasuke.
Yasuke. And then I would be Noi, because I just want to be the shinobi. But I think it would be a lot of fun. I think it would bring another dimension to the game that would make it more than it is right now.
Yeah,
So
I think this rumor dropped because any good press right now is worth a lot to them, and getting somebody excited for multiplayer it would be a good thing, or should be a good thing, but we'll see.
yeah,
Just so you know, they've done stuff multiplayer and co-op in the past, folks. Just saying.
right. Unity, Syndicate, a couple,
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood, I think was their
Did
first
you,
dive into it.
Rudix? Did you ever play Unity?
I never played Unity, but I did. Yes, I played the co-op on Unity because it was on Stadia, I believe.
Yes.
Now
Yeah,
I
and it
remember
ran.
flashing by in my head. Yeah.
Yeah, and it ran good on Stadia, but it was a very old game. But when that game came out, there was so many NPCs on the screen at one time, and then they added
Yes.
multiplayer. It just couldn't handle it. The tech at the time couldn't.
Yeah, it was a sea of NPCs. Oh, well, I wish the best for Ubisoft. They definitely need a win, especially with Tencent sort of biting at the toe. See, there where it says play as Noi, play as Yaku's, well, I'm gonna call him Y. Um, it doesn't show like co-op was kind of built in there, but that's my take on it. The one thing I will say, watching this gameplay, what I feel like Assassin's Creed should do is go more of the Ghosts of Tsushima route. Get rid of the health bars. Like, show it physically on the enemy how much damage you're doing. I just think we're at a stage where we need to ditch health bars and we want to be more immersive, and especially in a game like that. That would be my one comment on this, but I'm just a critic. All right, next topic, which is kind